Good morning 8th class students. In previous class, I explained 5 groups of microorganisms in lesson 3. Lesson 3, story of microorganisms. Story of microorganisms, part 1. In this you can find out 2 subparts. Story of micro part 1, part 2. In part 1, we have to observe 5 groups of microorganisms. That is fungi. Second one is bacteria. Third one is algae. Fourth one is protozoa. Fifth one is arthropods. These are the 5 groups of microorganisms which you have to learn in this lesson, story of micro part 1. Already we learnt about fungi and we learnt about bacteria. Already explained some micro are useful to us, some harmful to us. They are present in any way. Okay, fungi, they grow on moist places. Bacteria can grow in any place. They can live in hot temperatures and they can live in cool temperatures also. Already explained how to observe bread mold in school lab, and also I explained how to observe lactobacillus bacteria in school lab. Now I will explain about algae. Algae are the groups of microorganisms which present in water, pond water. If you will observe pond water, we can find out a green color velvety growth on walls of tanks or canals or lakes. That is due to algae. Take out a thin strand from the walls of tank or walls of canals, ponds, etc. Take a thin strand, keep it in a slide, put a water drop on it, glazed on it, and cover with the cover slip. And if you look at a microscope, we can find out the algae known as Spirogyra. It is an algae which grown on wet walls. Spirogyra. If you will draw the diagram like this, it will be. You also draw along with me, children. So this is a Spirogyra. This Spirogyra present on wet walls. So if you look at the microscope, you can find out structure like this. So this is Spirogyra. Each Spirogyra consists of a cell wall. Why? Because it belongs to plant. It acts plant. And a cell membrane. And this is a ladder shaped chloroplast. It is very important, children. This chloroplast present in algae, this chloroplast helps to trap solar energy. This chloroplast traps solar energy to prepare food in the process of photosynthesis. In the process of photosynthesis, they trap solar energy. Here, this Spirogyra and algae are producers. Why they are called producers? Produce food material. These are food for several microscopic animals and several fishes. That's why they belongs to plant kingdom. They have a special green color pigment called chloroplast, consists of pigment called chlorophyll. Due to the presence of this chlorophyll, they can prepare their own food material in the process of photosynthesis. So these are food for microscopic plants. So these are also known as microscopic plants. Why? Because they are microscopic in nature, can be seen with the help of microscope. Simply called as phytoplankton. They can prepare their own food in the process of photosynthesis, no doubt about it. But they are microscopic in nature. They are food for several microscopic animals like zooplankton and several fishes. This is about algae. Next one is protozoa. Protozoa are the groups of microorganisms which you can find out in same pond water. How to observe protozoans in school lab? How to? Here, for this you have to take pond water. You have to take pond water. And you have to add some hay. Hay means endugatti, dry grass. You have to cut hay into small pieces, dry grass. And prepare a decoction. Decoction means you have to boil the pond water with the hay on lamp. Leave it for some days without closing. After 3 days, take a drop of pond water, keep it in a slide, and if you look under a microscope, we can find out like amoeba, paramecium, and euglena. All these are the examples of protozoa. Now, I will draw a diagram of these three, very important in the exam point of view. Amoeba, paramecium, euglena, etc. are the examples of protozoa. See here, I draw the diagram of amoeba here. This is amoeba. Amoeba have a finger-like projections known as pseudopodia. Pseudo means false, podia means feet. They have false feet. This pseudopodia helpful for locomotion. Locomotion means movement. At the time of movement, this pseudopodia appear on their body, which helpful finger-like projection. They looks like finger now, which helpful for locomotion or movement. They have a nucleus and they have some vacuoles like food vacuole, which helpful for digestion, contractile vacuole, which helps to eliminate waste materials. They are microscopic in nature, can be seen only with the help of microscope. Now I will draw the diagram of paramecium. First, already we observed amoeba. No? Now I will draw the diagram of paramecium. It is also example of protozoa. See here, if you will observe, this is paramecium. Paramecium have small hair-like structure known as cilia. Amoeba have finger-like projections known as pseudopodia. Paramecium have cilia. This cilia helpful for movement. They have nucleus. Do you know, children, this paramecium looks like slipper. That's why this is known as slipper animalcule. Why paramecium called as slipper animalcule? Why? Because it looks like slipper. That's why this is called as slipper animalcule. Now I will draw the diagram of euglena. Now we are discussing about group protozoa. In that, I will draw the diagram of euglena. This is also very important in the exam point of view. Sometime in exam point of view, they will ask like this: draw a neat label diagram of euglena. Draw a neat label diagram of paramecium. Draw a neat label diagram of amoeba. They will ask like this. Euglena, see children. CF. This is Euglena. Do you know, children? This Euglena have chloroplast like Spirogyra. They also perform photosynthesis. They have a hair-like, small hair-like structure called flagella, which helpful for movement. They have nucleus. If you will observe here, we learn three types of protozoans here: amoeba, paramecium, euglena, etc. So many will be, but here in this class we learned only three groups, three types. They have special locomotory organs. Amoeba have pseudopodia, paramecium have cilia, and euglena have flagella. Based on this, we concluded that different protozoans have different locomotory organs. So this is about euglena. Okay. Now we learned three types of protozoans. Some protozoans cause disease to us. They act as parasites. Some are free living, means does not useful to human beings, does not harmful to human beings. Example, amoeba. Okay, this is about protozoa. Already in this class we learnt about two groups of microorganisms, that is algae and protozoa. Already we learnt about two groups of microorganisms in previous class, that is fungi and bacteria. In this class we learnt about two groups of microorganisms, that is algae and protozoa. How to observe protozoas in school, that is also very important exam point of view. For this you have to take some pond water, in that you have to take some hay pieces and boil the pond water to form decoction, hay decoction. Leave the decoction in open place without closing the mouth. After 3 or 4 days, take one drop of pond water on a slide. If you look at the microscope, we can find out thousands of microorganisms there. They are called protozoans, like amoeba, paramecium, euglena. So some are parasite which cause diseases, some are free living. So this is about protozoan children. In the next class, I will explain about last group of microorganisms, that is microarthropods. Up to here we will learn 4 groups of microorganisms, that is fungi, bacteria, protozoa, algae. In the next class, I will explain about microarthropods. Okay, thank you children.